Hey guys, it's Carly.
And Ilana.
And welcome back to Life in Progress. We are still at the AC. What? What?
It's so funny that
we're still here.
We're here.
We're still here because we record episodes back to back.
Yep, that we do.
So we are still here at the AC Fort Lauderdale. No, the AC Hotel in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. Still looking at the ocean. Still there. Still blue. And this is going to be a fun episode. We're going to do a bunch of Q&As. Everyone is constantly asking questions. Well, I wouldn't say everyone. I wouldn't say constantly. I would say
occasionally people email us and we get so excited that we text each other like, oh my God, someone emailed us in a question.
Like, wow, someone's listening.
Somebody cares.
And
wants our advice. Thank you guys for stroking our ego once every 45 days.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. So, Ilana, what's in progress for you? And it is kind of funny. Like, we're obviously very open that we record these in batches. So when we are thinking of what's in progress, we're like, okay, well,
so hard.
It's so hard because we just said what's in progress in our last episode.
And the one before that, and the one before that.
Yeah. But I don't know when this episode is going to come out. So I don't know what is exactly going to be in progress, but I can assume.
What's in progress is I have to sneeze. And then Carly's going to be like, of course, she has to sneeze.
Of course, she has to sneeze. What's new? She always has to sneeze.
I'm putting it away.
No, it's fine. Sneeze.
Well, now it's gone. She sips coffee. Guys, I drink so much more coffee when I'm with Carly. Like, I don't think people understand the extent to which Carly is a coffee addict.
You know, I love it.
And we'll be at our 9 a.m. meeting because we meet a lot of days at 9 a.m. Though lately we haven't been sticking to 9 a.m. We still meet every day, but not at 9 a.m.
No, but we should try to get back into a routine.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be good for us.
Yeah, it's just tough because sometimes I now do like workouts at 9 a.m.
Yeah, I don't do that.
No.
But you know what?
But I rarely, it's like once a week. It's my running classes are in the morning. That's why.
Well, maybe I should really try, like, when you're doing a workout.
That's to also work out?
Yeah, that's my cue. Like,
okay.
Get the fuck out of your apartment.
Yeah.
Go do something. Even if it's a walk.
Yeah.
Start small for me, guys. I'm going to,
Point being, it'll be our 9 a.m. meeting, and Carly's already on her second coffee. Or rewarming her second coffee.
Yep.
So we just got our second coffees of the day.
Yes, we did.
And
I'm stressed because I'm a girl and my sister's like
You're
this
a girl?
too. Yeah. And my brother's like
it's
this
the
too.
Girl.
But we need our coffee like scorching hot. So I'm a little upset because there is no microwave, obviously, in this hotel room. And my coffee's going to get cold very quickly.
You should request that from now on when you go places.
Can I please have a microwave?
I'm surprised they haven't invented portable ones.
They're gonna be like, "Who is this entitled bitch?"
No, what you should do is get one of those coffee mug like warmers.
But do those actually work?
I guess it wouldn't work with paper because that's dangerous.
Yeah, but they do have mugs here, so I would.
That's true.
Pour it in, and
I just solved all of your life's problems.
All right, who has like one of those
Ember? Yeah.
Ember, do you want to send me a copy?
Ember. I got one for my mom once. I don't know if she ever used it, so I can't confirm.
I really don't know if it works, but
we'll find out.
Anyway, what's in progress for you? I don't know how we just got into all of that.
I was hoping that our aside would make us forget about in progress. What's in progress for me right now is figuring out what's in progress. It's really hard, guys. It's so hard. You know what? What's in progress for me right now is convincing us to not do an in progress today. And I don't think it's a hard convincing.
Okay.
But that's like we do it every time.
I just wonder if anyone actually likes them or cares.
Well, I think usually it just gives an update on what's going on with us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Anybody like them? Anybody care about what's in progress?
Yeah. What's in progress for me is I recently lost my go-to earrings, one of my go-to two earrings, and I really need to find a new like everyday, all the time earring situation.
Interesting.
Yeah, nothing too big. I found really cute ones that I really liked, but the stem of it is like way too long. That's like poking me.
Oh,
and
my mom just had that issue.
So weird.
She was so pissed about it. Yeah,
there should be a standardized.
Yeah,
I'd never run into this before.
Yeah. Well, okay, so then my in progress is finding white sneakers.
Oh,
yeah. I just don't have any.
What about the ones you just showed me?
The one Jenna has?
Yeah.
I can get
I love those.
Yeah, those are cute.
I love my white Nike Air Force Ones with the little pink swish.
Yeah, that one's cute too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just got really
need,
great Madewell neutral ones.
Okay. I just need a pair of like casual white, really comfy, but like cute that I can wear with a dress or I can wear with sneakers. I mean, it's not sneakers.
I did get very
jeans.
cute ones from Lulu's. They're like the leather like look. They're very cute. I'll show you.
I haven't sent my Lulu's pics in yet.
They're a little heavy though, is the one thing. It take a little while to get used to. I don't know. Let me ask you this. In terms of sneakers, like I hate when it like hits my ankle in a weird way.
Yeah, because more than you.
So I want them to be like more like larger not larger, but have like go up to my ankle so I can wear the ankle socks versus like lower shoes. Yeah, is what I'm saying making sense.
No, you want it to be higher. I understand. Yeah, I guess it just depends on the shoe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if anyone has more suggestions. Also, just speaking of clothing, I have not filmed my Fabletics
in months.
So
it's okay.
That's over with. Ilana and I have the same like Fabletics like partnership, and you get an outfit once a month, and you have to obviously post about it. And for some reason, I can just never remember to do it. So they're gonna kick me out of that program very soon.
Sad. I remind her all the time.
She does. And really she does a great job at posting.
Out of nowhere. I'll just text her Fabletics reminder.
Yep. And I just don't. I forget. I don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for the two of you. Yeah, there were more of you who sent in questions, and we appreciate it. Seriously, we love getting your questions. We love answering them. So please keep sending them in, Carly and Ilana at gmail.com. Or if you're listening on Spotify, you can just scroll down in the episode and you'll see a little thing. What questions do you want asked on a future episode? And you can reply directly in Spotify.
Yeah. And you know what? If you haven't sent us a monkey DM yet, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, please listen to the episode 2 episodes ago. It's just to let us know that there are people listening.
Yeah, we want to know. Or just,
you know what? Send a monkey DM just to let me know you care.
Monkey see, monkey do. Okay. First question. Dear Carly, dear Ilana. Hello from Ilana.
Hello from Carly.
My question is how to finally get over him. We broke up 2 years ago, which is embarrassing as hell now when I think about it. He was my first love, and we had an amazing 6-year-long relationship. Okay, first of all, I wanted to kind of stop here because it's not embarrassing. If you're still not over somebody who you broke up with 2 years ago after a 6-year relationship, like that
not
is
embarrassing
a
at all.
huge percentage of your life.
You know, they say it takes
half the time
that you're in a relationship to get over someone.
Yeah.
So
you got
another year. You're chilling.
However, we wanted different things from life. I wanted to move around, live in different countries, learn languages, and use my 20s as an opportunity to travel a lot. He was a stay-at-home type of guy who wanted to stay in his hometown. He wouldn't mind going for a holiday, but living in a different country was off the table for him. We decided to break up as we wanted different things. Now, 2 years later and 2 short-lived relationships later, I still believe we had something hard to replicate and that it will be hard to find it again. But my ex is now in a happy relationship with someone new, which is great, but I just can't help feeling jealous and sad. I know it's stupid as enough time has passed, and I know that one day I will meet someone who will accept my lifestyle. But for now, I'm just trying to finally get over that longing feeling and the constant what if I stayed question that often do not let me enjoy the wonderful adventures that I'm having. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing not because of the question. I'm excited to answer this and I have a lot to say. But Ilana, before this episode started, she turned to me and she was like, quick note, just something I noticed that you do, and please stop doing it. When we have a long question, every time you're like, wow, that was a long question. Sorry. I'm not going to.
Was that like in your head to say that?
100%.
But all of these details are important.
No, you're right. All the details are important. And I don't mean to say every time, oh, that was a long question. But in my head, I'm like, oh, that was a long question. Good thing you talk fast because like you didn't even take a breath. Anyway, that was a great question.
Great question. A lot
to dive in here.
Yeah. First of all, again, like I want to acknowledge like you were in a 6-year-long relationship. That is so long. And even though you've had relationships since, of course, you're always going to compare to this person and how they made you feel and that connection you had. Like you went through such transformative years together. And of course, there was so much love. So it makes sense that it's a lot harder to get over than those other relationships.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, you said that you feel stupid and there's no reason to feel stupid. It takes everyone such a different amount of time to get over someone, and I know it's so hard that they have moved on and they are in a relationship and seems like a happy relationship, as you said, and it's okay to still feel upset about it and still question like what if, The biggest thing my therapist taught me is answer those questions. So don't keep questioning it. Like, don't keep asking your questions without actually answering the questions. So when you have the question of, well, what if I stayed? What if you stayed? Would you have been able to travel the next year or 2 years or 3 years? You know, what were the things that didn't work out in the relationship? Don't let your mind keep asking these unanswered questions, because then it's going to be harder to move on. But if you sit down and you write down the questions that your brain keeps having, answer them and keep answering them.
I love that. And exactly, like, what if you stayed? Then you'd still be feeling held back, and you'd still maybe even be resenting him for holding you back from traveling and living in another country and doing these things that you wanted to do. What if you stayed? You could still be in a relationship, but would you be happy?
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. And listen, if you're really meant to be with someone, I do believe that one day somehow you will be with that person that you're meant to be with. But it doesn't seem like you're meant to be with this person, and I think it's time to just kind of start answering those questions, close the chapters, really write down what didn't serve you in the relationship, and just keep trying your best to move on, but also feel all the feelings. Feel all the feelings. Don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel stupid. Breakups suck. They suck, and they're hard, and it feels like a knife is going through your chest. And yeah, there's really not much else to say, but try every day to do a couple things that just make you happy, and eventually those feelings will start to fade.
Yeah. And I think with breakups and long relationships, it's okay to look back and feel grateful that you had this love. And I think a good exercise also is to think of all of the reasons you're thankful that you were in this relationship. You don't have to pretend it didn't happen. You don't have to say, I'm forcing myself to move on, whatever it takes. I have to move on. Like, you can forever be happy and thankful that you had this person who you loved, who you connected with on such a deep level that it's taken you so long to move on.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's okay to say, like, I loved this person so much. I was so loved. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And such a special thing to be able to have those feelings. And so I think also just looking back and saying, like, that you're grateful and thankful and thinking about things that made you happy. And it's a reminder of how you want to be treated in the future and how you want to feel in a relationship in the future, because now you know what it's like to be loved so deeply, and you're not going to accept anything less than that moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So say thank you next.
Thank you next.
Thank you next.
That was actually the song of my breakup.
Oh my God, same. No, mine was No Tears Left to Cry.
Mine was fully Thank You Next.
Except there were still tears.
There were.
But I figured, I was like, the more I listen to the song, eventually there will be no tears left to cry.
Eventually.
Yeah.
And there weren't.
Go for it.
Okay. Oh, you're giving me a short one. Thank you. Hi, Carly and Ilana. About 3 weeks ago, my girlfriend of almost 6 months broke up with me. I thought she was the one. I thought that we met each other when we weren't looking. How can I reset my mind on things that we used to do together? Ooh.
This is exactly like that song I showed you yesterday.
I was just going to say that. Just going to say that.
First and foremost, go listen to the song The Neighborhood by Grace Anger. It's Enger. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's Enger. I don't know.
Enger. I don't know.
Enger. Listen to that song because it is exactly about breaking up or going through a breakup, and every place, like your corner store is now their corner store.
Yeah.
Because you can't go there without thinking of the times you were there with them. The restaurants are all haunted. The streets are just filled with like this idea of like heartbreak because you used to walk with them holding hands. Listen to that song and know that this is the most normal feeling in the entire world, and everyone goes through it.
Yeah. So first I'll say, obviously it sucks that she broke up with you. Maybe you weren't ready and maybe you weren't feeling that way, but instead of saying sorry that happened, I'm just going to say I'm excited for you to begin a new journey and to make new memories. And again, like we said, breakups suck, but instead of looking at a breakup as, you know, feeling sorry for yourself and just kind of putting yourself in this like dark hole, look at it as something exciting that you get to now find someone new to create new memories with and find new spots with, and take some time, and maybe don't go to those places right now if it's going to hurt you, but eventually you'll be able to, trust me.
Yeah, use this as an opportunity to find new places and new favorite restaurants and coffee shops. And yeah, if you thought this person was the one, just wait until you meet the actual person that's the one. It's going to be even that much better.
And you're going to look back and be like, wow.
Yeah, that's a huge thing too. Like, just know in time, you will be able to pinpoint why it didn't work out.
Yeah. And it
Those
may take
things
some
will
time.
come clear. Yeah.
Mhm.
But hindsight is 2020, and those things really come to the surface, and you'll also be so grateful later that it didn't work out with this person so that you could go on and meet the person that it does ultimately work out with.
Ilana and I say this all the time, but we've both been through such traumatic and heartbreaking breakups and experiences, and it's crazy that we
Thank
can
God.
sit here and thank
Literally.
God, but it's crazy that we never thought we would be able to get out of feeling so depressed, and now we're sitting here with rings on our fingers, engaged to new people, looking back and being like, wow, that breakup changed my life, and I'm so thankful for it. And we wouldn't be who we are without that. So kind of try to look at a breakup as a learning lesson.
Yeah. And again, one chapter closes, the next
Another one opens.
Yeah. I have a friend who is in Big Four and works a lot and has a lot of really close work friends, and I love that she has that. But over the past year, I feel like she never wants to hang out with just me. I only see her in groups. The year prior, we hung out all the time and were super close and close in college. I've tried to let her know I miss her, and I've tried several times to set something up with her. She never seems to reciprocate, but just says something vague. It seems pretty obvious to me she'd just rather hang out with different friends more often than me. I just don't understand what or if anything I did, and have asked her before, and she assured me it wasn't personal, but it's hard for me to not feel personal when our group of 4 gets together and the other 2 girls know things about her life that I don't. Do I just have to embrace the let them theory? I value her a lot as a friend, but every time I try to reach out, I feel like she's not being a good friend to me, and I feel like I did something wrong for trying and saying I miss her and haven't seen her in a while.
Did I write this?
I'm sorry.
It sucks.
It sucks. It's really
it sucks. This is why being in a group of friends can be very toxic and hard, because you will always be comparing your relationship to other people in the friend group's relationship. And listen, you've made the effort, you've put it out there, you've tried, and I don't think it's anything personal. I truly do not think you did anything. I think you're growing up, you may be growing apart, maybe you're at different stages of life, maybe she's just interested in different things that you're interested in, and I wouldn't keep pushing for it. I think you really made your point of, hey, I miss you, I miss our alone time we've had together, but if you're not feeling that energy and you're not feeling that effort back, I think maybe it's time to just kind of back off for a little bit, and hopefully in the future, maybe the friendship will reconcile and she'll come back. But if not, that's just life, and that's okay.
Yeah. And I would say, don't even think about it as like the quote unquote let them theory. Think about it as instead.
Wait, what is let them theory?
It's like, oh, they broke up with me. Like, they don't want to be with me. Like, let them be with someone else. Like, let them do what they want to do. And I'm not going to let it affect me, because it's just like, let them do it.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't really subscribe to it, because I think there is so much in your control where you don't have to just be a victim of what someone else does. So like, yes, this hurts, but there are things in your control, like focusing on other friendships that you do feel valued and reciprocated in those efforts that you make, and the amount of time and energy you invest into them. So instead of just like, oh, like let her grow apart and be distant and be weird when you say you miss her, like, no, like you tried and you put yourself out there.
But it is letting her. It's, okay, go do you and I'll, do me. But isn't that what you're saying? It sounds like you're saying the same thing.
I think it's more like empower yourself to focus on different friendships that.
Right, but isn't that what it's saying? It's like, okay, let her go do her and I'm going to go do me.
Yeah.
Which could be,
in a way, yeah.
Right? Like, I'm trying to figure out the difference between, because when I'm thinking about it and when this happened to me, yes, it hurt and it sucked and it's shitty. And at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, I will, like, they don't want to be friends with me? Sure. Go ahead.
You're right.
So, yeah.
I feel like it's more there's a lot of content that I've seen around, like, let them, that I'm like, it just makes people, I feel like it's like, you're a victim and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
Instead of like, there is stuff you can do about it, and like re-shifting your focus to other people. So I think I guess it's like both things can be true at the same time.
Yeah. And I will say one more thing. And I've preached this a lot on here and on TikTok and everywhere, basically. But just because you were friends with someone in middle school, high school, college, post-college, does not mean that those have to be your friends for life. And it's okay if people grow apart, and it's okay if they aren't your friends for life. And it doesn't mean you did anything wrong, and it doesn't mean they did anything wrong sometimes. But it's just life, and you're lucky that there's a million other people in the world that would probably die to be your friend.
Yeah. It just sucks. It's like this slow fade feeling. It's almost like you're being like broken up with.
And you
don't understand why, but they're not actually breaking up with you. They're just like
I think
slowly drifting.
The slow fade was probably the worst part for me.
Yeah.
Because I felt it for like months.
And you're like, what's happening?
And I kept asking what's happening. I kept trying to figure it out.
The more it pushes them away.
They went away. And then finally someone had the balls to be like, oh, I don't want to be friends. And I'm just like, I never got a reason.
Yeah.
But at least they were just like, stop trying.
At least they cut the cord.
Cut the cord, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Do you want to go for this one?
Sure.
Or you can go for one of these.
I was like, do you want to say a long one, or you want to say a one sentence one?
It's not even long.
No, it's not. Okay. Hold on. I'm just like not that good at reading.
Okay, just do one of the others. We'll get to all of them.
No, it's fine. My friend got out of a serious relationship of 4 years, even though it was basically over for her 3 years ago because he didn't want to get married or have any kids. Anyway, only about a month, not even being single, she's now in another relationship, has been basically living with him since day one, and they're planning on signing a lease together in November, which will be about 3-ish months into their relationship. Her and her new boyfriend and their family see nothing wrong with it, but as her friend who thinks this is insane, how do I express any concern? Do I express concern, and how can I be or pretend to be supportive to not ruin this friendship?
Ugh.
Unfortunately,
there's not much you can do.
There's not much you can do. There are things that people need to find out for themselves and realize on their own. And as much as you want to be supportive and express your concern, this is just something that I think you need to bite the bullet on and let her figure this out.
The best thing you can do is be there for her if it doesn't go well.
Yeah. And not, have in your mind like, oh, I knew it. I told you so. Yeah. Just be there.
Just be there, because it's more likely than not that it won't go well.
Yeah. But you never know.
You never know. It could work out.
You never know. Sometimes people do move fast, and sometimes it really works.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think don't express concern. If anything, just check in, like, how are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like, how are you feeling about moving in together? See if she opens up about any qualms she's having, any fears, any stresses. But other than that, I would say just stick around and be there for the ride.
Be supportive. Yeah.
I devote time and energy to dating, but I keep striking out with every guy with a bit of potential. It's cuffing season. How can I meet someone who's boyfriend material? I would figure out, not to say you're doing something wrong, but what you're doing isn't working. So go back to the drawing board. Are you choosing to go out with a certain type of person who continuously is not looking for something serious, or continuously has different priorities or different values?
Yeah, because it looks like she's saying, how can I meet someone who's boyfriend material? Well, are you going out with guys that are interested in having a relationship? And this goes back to what me and Ilana were talking about last episode when we talked about first dates, and both her and I full out said like what we were looking for. And I think that's why it is important to kind of express what you're looking for. And maybe those people just aren't looking for that, and they are just trying to date around.
So figure out what boyfriend material means to you.
Yeah.
And I'd also be curious, like, at what point in the dating journey are you quote unquote striking out? Is it that you're not getting on dates and something happening on the conversations? Or is it like you get to a first date, but then nobody wants a second date? I would figure out if there's a pattern in terms of where things are dropping off, and then do some serious reflection. Like, think about the conversations you're having and what's happening between the dates or before, to really pinpoint, like, is there something you could be doing differently? Yeah.
And I'm curious what she means by every guy with a bit of potential. Like, what does potential mean to you?
Yeah.
I would need to know more about this person.
See, more information and longer questions are better.
I get that. Yeah. So if you wrote this, let us know what you mean and where you're striking out, so we can try to help.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it weird to hang out as friends with someone you went on a date with who you didn't feel a spark and asked to hang out as friends instead? You know what's funny? My best friend, when we lived in LA, she went on so many dates, literally the dating queen, but for some reason they all just didn't work out in a romantic relationship, and she became friends with every single one of them, and we like formed friend groups that way, which I thought was super cool. I think if you're super open and transparent about it, and you know, maybe it's more of let's hang out in a group setting, or I want to introduce you to my friends, or let's, you know, all go out to a brunch or a dinner. I feel like one-on-one may be a little weird. I don't know why you would need to just hang out with them one-on-one if there's really nothing there. But I would get if you want to stay connected and, you know, meet other people through them.
Yeah, I think also as long as you're both being upfront and you both align on that, there's no spark, but you both want to be friends, I think you have to make sure you're communicating that. Otherwise, you could end up leading somebody on.
Yeah, you got to be careful with it.
Like, yeah, but I don't think it's weird. I mean, we're all like, why not? You know?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Okay.
It's not weird.
No.
It's not weird unless you think it is. Or if they think it is, then fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather?
Would you rather?
We should have a, like, would you rather intro song situation.
I know, we should.
If any music producers out there want to put something together.
Because we
have
no musical.
Nope. I'm
talents.
sorry for just doing that. Okay. Yeah. Would you rather have people spread a terrible lie about you, or have people spread terrible but true tales about you?
I would need to know the lie and the tales. Again, this question is like, is the lie like...
We should just have a new segment where we pick apart.
Yeah, the would you rathers.
We don't actually answer them. We just pick apart.
Or terrible but true tales. Well, how come one is one lie and the tales are multiple tales?
Okay, terrible lies or true tale. Terrible true tales. Or a terrible lie or a terrible true tale.
I probably, I actually don't know. Maybe the true tales, because I don't know. I honestly don't know. It really depends on the lie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It depends on who the lie impacts. Like if somebody were to say that spread a lie that I cheated on Jake or something, like that would blow up my entire life.
Yeah.
And that is, if that like wouldn't be true, and that would be something that would literally break my heart and break his heart and ruin my life. So it depends. If the lie only affects me, I guess sure.
Also, it says, terrible but true tales. Like, do we have things that terrible?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like, probably not terrible enough where
I feel like I would just be embarrassed. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather know and be able to like reassure, like know that the people close to me would probably not believe this thing about me than feel so much shame around something terrible that I did. Again, like I don't know what, but I think I stand with, I'd rather have it be a terrible lie if it only affects me. Like I don't want it to impact anyone else's life.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Cool.
Would you rather lose the ability to cry or cry every day for 20 minutes randomly?
Lose the ability to cry.
I don't know. I like a good cry. I mean, I don't want to cry every day for 20 minutes.
Randomly, like if you can't control it.
That's true. That would be terrible.
You could be like giving the most important presentation of your life or in a meeting or
crying.
on this recording.
Yeah, you're right.
And suddenly we have to stop for 20 minutes because Carly just has to cry.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah. Lose the ability to cry for sure. You're right.
This one's tough. Would you rather constantly worry about germs or be terrified of a monster under your bed?
Ooh, I don't know, because I'm such a scaredy cat, and like when Jason's not there and I'm like sleeping alone, not only do I lock my front door, I lock my bedroom door. Every noise scares me. Like I have a fear of someone breaking into my apartment and like killing me. So
Valid fear.
Yeah, so I feel like the monster under my bed, like
you know it's there, but what's it gonna do? It depends what type of monster.
Yeah, well, oh my God.
I don't want to live my life being afraid of germs. I mean, I am afraid of germs. I get sick all the time, but like, I don't want to be afraid to touch things, afraid to like breathe certain air. But I'm also like, I'm terrified. If there's a spider in my room, like I can't function. Like I feel like I would never sleep.
Yeah, I just don't think I would sleep. That's the problem. But then being terrified of germs is also hard, because then every single day you're like not going to live your life because of germs.
Could I become friends with the monster?
That's a good question.
Or could we become bubble girls?
You know what? I think I would choose the monster and just make sure I'm stocked up on melatonin or something. Is that bad?
No, that's probably a good idea. Okay, I'll go with you.
Just
Natrol.
knock myself out. Yeah, Natrol melatonin.
You are stocked up on
I am.
melatonin, and
I
so
am.
am I.
It's literally right there.
So am I.
Um,
Monsters, please don't come for
Yeah.
us.
Okay. That was
Could they
good.
be like monsters in
Like Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that was a good episode. I feel like I'm out of breath. I don't know why.
I'm tired.
I'm tired too.
My hand is tired. I'm like a little sore from sitting like crisscross applesauce this whole time.
Yeah, same. Ilana and
I
I
also
just
really have to pee.
Me too. Oh,
Wow.
I know. It's weird. I like don't pee, and Ilana
Ever.
pees every 10 minutes.
Ever.
We also started the documentary Alabama Rush.
Bama Rush.
Bama Rush. So I'm kind of excited
Our
to
reward for finishing this episode was
Is-
to watch it and eat a chicken Caesar wrap. So
so we're gonna go do that. So where you can find us at It's Life in Progress on Instagram and TikTok. I'm just wondering why I always do the outros and the intros.
Well, you don't have to anymore. I just wanted you to be comfortable doing it.
Oh no, I'll still do it. It's fine.
Yay.
I was just wondering where that came from.
Yeah, I just wanted you to learn.
At It's Life in Progress on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure to email us questions. This was fun.
Yes,
We
email us
love
questions.
It.
All the questions.
Carly and Ilana at gmail.com. Send us a monkey if you listen to this episode. I don't know why. I just like it. I just want it. I want the monkey in my DMs.
I'm curious which monkey people are going to send the most.
Same. Oh, that's an interesting
Find out.
question. Yeah, we'll find out if anyone sends one. And rate and review us. It really helps. Also, share this episode or any episode to your story. That's
pretty
super
please.
helpful too for us.
Send it to the person you went on a date with who just wants to be friends.
Yeah. Just ask more questions. And all right, see you next week. Bye. Bye.